see the water. Looks to me like maybe a hole in that drain pan, because it's not overfilling, but it is leaking out. This is the one thing that never gets tested when you have a new install. Anything could have happened. It could have been a nail, a screw, or anything like that, and the system gets set down, or the drain pan gets set down on top of it and poke a hole in the pan. So when it holds water, like this one is doing, it will overflow or leak out, like this one is actually doing, causing sheetrock damage. So I'm going to start by seeing if we're clogged up. In the opening there's a little bit of water going through, so it looks like it's clogged to me up here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to screw that red cap and see if we got water there, and then take all this stuff apart and see what's going on with it. Alright, so my suspicions were right. I loosened that cap a little bit and you see the water dripping. So I'm going to see if they gracefully didn't glue this coupling together, so I can poke around in there and clear the drain. Alright, so I did take it apart. The last guy did not glue the trap or glue the PVC together, which I'm glad he didn't. And so you see it's just barely leaking out of there, which tells me there's a clog back behind it. So we're going to check it out, clear it, and go on about our business. Alright, so the drain was not overflowing because it was clogged. The drain was overflowing because of being, you can see the bubble. I guess you can. Put it back. So it's actually looking, oh, there it goes. So as you see, it's out of level. That's why. So anyway, so now I'm faced with a chore to lift the back of it up and tilt it forward a little bit. Well, I found the perfect thing. I bought these little pads a couple of years ago at Home Depot, so I'm just going to stick those in the back and raise it up in the back, and that should take care of the drain problem. As far as the floor goes, the drain pan, we're just going to have to put a float switch up at that secondary opening in case it does overflow again, but this will definitely take care of that problem. See, anyway, we may have to wind up replacing the drain pan up there because it definitely has a hole in it. Alright, now I'm faced with the challenge of tilting that furnace forward to slide these under. That ought to be fun. Alright, so I got my little pads under the end of the furnace, and I got my level. So it's draining a lot better than what it was. So every couple of years this thing would overflow, and they'd have sheetrock damage. So we now know that there's something wrong with the pan. Like I said, I've got to put a auxiliary float switch right there, and then that should take care of the problem.